guys, Boy here, and this is Things I Learned with Miracle's Nature's Prophet. I don't usually share personal stuff here, but I just wanted to say that last week I was feeling like garbage, not really sure why. And I was just chilling, I was on Twitter, and a pro that I won't name just messaged me out of nowhere. I've never talked to this person my entire life, and he's like, dude, I really want you to make a Miracle's Nature's Prophet guide, or maybe an Underlord guide. I really like your stuff. And this was so out of nowhere, it just made me feel pretty good. Lately, I felt like I was just tempering off. I couldn't, get anything big done. And just knowing that pros like what I do and it actually helps them to get better just makes all of this worth it. Thanks everyone for watching. The video didn't even start, but this was made from heart. It's a pleasure to make content for all of you. First of all, it's important to see how Miracle plays before the horn. He summons treants as soon as the game starts to scout and harass the enemies, but he stays in base until 37 seconds. That gives him enough time to summon more treants from the fountain, so he's full mana, and also gives him time to be present for the bounty spawn. He makes sure to harass and maybe even get the enemy bounty, but fails. And what I want you to realize is that while this Chinese steal from last patch, what happens this game is similar to what would happen if you had a Lich, a Tusk, a Nerf Shaker, or someone that offlane pulls. There are multiple ways to achieve what Miracle gets at the start. Eventually, Chan shows up, and pay attention how Miracle plays this. That's a troll creep, so instead of trying to attack the Caudle, what Miracle does is send the treants as far forward as possible. Caudle is a fast hero, and the only way they can get this kill is with crispy body blocks. He could learn Sprout, but thanks to the body blocks, he can save the skill point and maybe TP to get items, regen, gank a lane. This makes a huge difference. After they take Caudle down, once again, thanks to not having skilled Sprout, not only Miracle can get treants level 2, he can TP back to base and teleport back. I like the Aquila a lot this game. It's not unusual to see range cores going for it, but when you're against a Monkey King, having that extra armor for your treants early on is the difference between a boundless strike one-shotting them or not. It's also great push regardless, especially with Chen creeps in the mix. This hero is the king of early brawls. With Aquila 1, he right clicks fast and hard, and with the help of Chen creeps, they take Caudle once again. They shred the Monkey King. And note how he takes the mine down during the engagement. As Chen gets back, note how Miracle TPs from the fog in that area. Since it's nighttime, Monkey King doesn't have vision of that TP, and with a quick summon, he gets a great stun. The prioritization is also crispy as hell. Note that they kill Caudle, but Miracle leaves the treants hitting Monkey King so that he cannot 3-dance away. So he makes use of the stun to kill the other hero, and as they deal with the Monkey King, note how Miracle uses the Sprout to keep attacking the enemy, but he micros the treants differently. They are being microed to walk towards this direction, holding the enemy carry completely. Unfortunately, his blocks end up disregarding attacking, and Monkey King jumps away. He ends up being engaged though, and just makes sure to buy out before falling. When he respawns, note how he plays this. He knows that OD rotated bottom and TPs into the trees to set up a beautiful race for Shadowfiend. A lot of lower MMR players just mash all the buttons when they go in, but since he saves his phase boots, he can disengage from OD later on and even harass him a little bit. Later on, as Dire pushes the bottom lane, Monkey King TPs top and dives his troll. Look how Miracle fights here. Not only he TPs into the direction Troll runs away, pay attention how he sprouts Monkey King but knows that he has Quelling Blade. So after he cuts the tree, he uses Nature's Crown immediately, and by doing that, he delays Monkey King's advances even more, ultimately saving his core while getting 2 kills for his team. Saving for a little while. That fight gives him Drans, and note how he utilizes it. As he chills in base, he looks for a lane to go for. Caudle is shoving top, OD is not showing, and Razor is bottom. Ultimately, what he cares about is where Monkey King is moving or hiding, so he waits. He ends up showing while Razor leaves, and it's very unlikely that a core would be covering for a Monkey King. Razor wants to find his place to farm, so he TPs in the fog here. Waits Witch Doctor to come, and since Miracle understands how far ahead he is, he doesn't even bother popping the drum active. Right afterwards, they engage on Razor that came back to save Monkey King, and OD saves him. Knowing that he has a TP, look what Miracle tries to do. He scans the bottom tier 3 tower, TP's behind the tree, but unfortunately his TP was not fast enough against an angry OD. As Miracle pushes bottom after respawning, note how he approaches the game. His team took tier 1 top without any reactions from the Radiant. Few heroes are showing, so he makes sure to hide and analyze what's going on. Luckily enough, he was right and Radiant brought in 2 cores to hunt him down. He ults, and knowing that they are here again, we see another TP behind a tree. This time though, OD TPs instantly and he refrains from going any further, which guarantees Miracle enough time to chip the tier 2 down. The easiest objective after that tier 2 is the mid tier 1, since he expects Radiant to rotate bottom and he TPs there immediately. It's interesting to note that Miracle doesn't use Nature's Call every time it's ready. Radiant has pretty decent AoE clear and he doesn't give anyone free gold. Another interesting decision from him is getting the last point in teleportation instead of the talent. A lot of people prioritize the talent more, and if you check Dota buffs guide section with high armor players, a lot of them will get the talent level 10. But Miracle prefers the cooldown reduction, and in fact when he spots OD farming bottom and Razor chasing troll, he TPs top since he has level 4 teleportation and a TP, and thanks to that he... yeah. While he died 3 times already, be aware that he only died 4 times the entire game, and it lasts quite a bit, so keep watching. There's a lot of crispy plays here. The Monkey King is his big enemy, and after this death, Miracle plays pretty crisply. Miracle TPs bottom, and it's interesting to see that when he is pushing a lane, he ults that same lane. He already offers extra push here, so leaving the higher ticks of damage to the other lanes pushes the map better on average for the Dire. And as his treants march towards the bottom tower, Nature's Prophet TPs to a completely different side of the map. If Raiden is there, or if they try to chase him now, they will lose the bottom lane for sure, so that's great. Since no one showed bottom to defend though, he takes a defensive stance and goes to the Ancients as he waits his Shadow Blade to be delivered, and some heroes to show up in lanes so that he can feel safer and reset. When finally a fight starts top, he TPs bottom, and we see the same pattern. He ults the lane he's in, not only to deal more damage to the fighting heroes, but to push lanes equally. Same pattern. Pushes another wave, Radiant will react, he goes to the complete opposite side of the map. He also doesn't feed his treants when Radiant goes bottom to defend and sends them towards the enemy jungle camps so that they can farm. Okay, one last time, he ults the lane he's in, and since he knows Radiant will react top, he disengages. You also have to remember that Radiant has techies, so going too deep might be even more problematic than in a normal game, especially when you add the fact that Monkey King could be hiding as well. Eventually Miracle goes for a crispy play. Pay attention to how he taunts as he Shadow Blades, knowing that Monkey King was around that area. He scans and almost finds the pesky mammal, but he was nowhere to be found. As Radiant pushes and he feels the danger, he resorts to that location once more. Radiant postures top to engage, so he ults the other side of the map to do a lot of damage to them, and knowing that a couple of seconds ago Chen died, he probably feels like there are no mines here, so he starts pressuring, but note that he instantly TPs out, finishes Orchid, but teleports aggressively. Unfortunately though, Koto was there and he is forced to disengage with drums, since Blinding Light destroys his kill potential. He's able to get out and tries to go for the same play once more. After all, OD is showing mid with Koto, but he ends up finding no one. This fight is pretty interesting. Miracle didn't follow OD most of the time, but with Orchid and knowing that Monkey King was dead, he tries. Unfortunately though, Techies shows up and he gets sent back. As he's sent back, note how he goes for the kill. OD has Blink, Force, Astro, so instead of TPing on OD's face and trying his luck, he uses that same spot behind the tree to TP in while he Shadow Blades and waits outside of true side range. His Shadow Fiend though goes in like a crazy boy, and Miracle is able to save him and get the kill. 3 heroes dead, great time to go for a push. When he finds the double damage, pay attention how Miracle plays it out. First, you have to remember that his troll just died to techies when he took the bottom tower, which means that it's very unlikely that enough mines are laid down already. He also TPs from a high ground location instead of just getting the rune and going immediately. He goes to a very low key spot, Shadow Blades, and by waiting, he can Nature's Call and Orchid Monkey. Easy peasy. He completes his Maelstrom, and pay attention how this is his favorite farming spot. Not only he can quickly farm all the camps, but he can teleport here whenever he wants it, and it's a high ground safe location while he decides his next moves. He TPs top, and as he taunts his way towards Razor, a Monka-ass moment happens. Note though how he takes his time and waits. Maybe Razor goes away, maybe Monkey King goes too forward, and that's exactly what happens. The position 1 Monkey King is already triggered, but Miracle just started his little game. Monkey King is about to respawn, right? Look what this madman does. He TPs in the fog once again, checks the top shrine to see if he's going there, after all top is pushing. Then he walks forward, and that's easy to do since he has a center there, and look at that easy kill, thanks to his top tier game sense. Kappa. After that death, Miracle pretty much focused on getting his level 25, and as soon as that happened, he didn't jump into fights or anything. He used the fact that mid background protection was off to take it down since Radiant was fighting, but note where he TPs and the angle he attacks the tower from. It's very unlikely that Techies has mines here, and he gets a free tower out of it. As his team groups up bottom, he finishes farming his Blowthorn, but he doesn't join in straight away. OD is dead, and Prophet's greatest feature is the global TP, so he doesn't want to TP with his friends and have a big target on his forehead. He TPs pretty deep on the Radiant territory, and note how he approaches this. He sends his treants, waits, and when a key target is close to him, he explodes it with Blowthorn. OD buys back, Koto buys back, and thanks to a beautiful sendback, not only Miracle survives, but he instantly TPs top. The level 25 power spike is a big necessity when you have to play this rat style of Nature's Prophet, and it clearly pays off. Radiant burns tons of buybacks and they lose a tier 3, only to get a Witch Doctor for their trouble. Miracle really ramps up the rhythm of play, TPing instantly back to the Radiant's top shrine this time. As he disengages, Monkey King cancels his channel, but look how much damage he dishes with Blowthorn, and he's even able to survive. This goes to show how the Armor Talent at level 15 was the right choice in a game with so much AoE magic damage. Not only he feeds less gold, he survived the right clicks. For the last time, note how he keeps on using the exact same spot to teleport. He doesn't find anything, but this is just for me to prove how useful it is. When the game gets low, he makes sure to get every single bounty, farm all the ancients, and the way Miracle tries to win the game is very creative. OD gets picked off without buyback, and he gets a rapier and Roshan's since he knows Radiant isn't strong enough to contest it or anything. He knows that Radiant has no glyph, and note how he keeps on waiting, and when top is finally pushing, he commits for the bottom tower. From a very unexpected angle, by the way, where it's unlikely that techies has bombs. Not only that, the rapier is safe thanks to the Aegis, but he gets barracks before any reaction from the Radiant. He regens on Fountain, and as a fight starts bottom, he's ready once more. He never needs to commit 100% to fights since he can always go back and refill, and by TPing to areas where techies was unable to secure with enough mines, he just brute forces his way into more MMR. As always, this video is sponsored by Pvgna. Thanks everyone for watching. They have a huge library of videos. Every single hero guide is updated to the new patch, and if you try hard enough, you're definitely increasing your MMR with all that knowledge. If you want to know more about my life, follow me on Twitter. Want to watch some crispy Dota? I will be streaming today, by the way. Follow me on Twitch. Want to get some spoilers about next video? Follow me on Instagram. If you want to talk about Dota with people that watch the channel and are really passionate about it, join our Discord channel. And that's it, guys. Hope you had a fantastic time. It's a pleasure. Bye.